Hey, what's up, Mixers? So glad that you are here with us. Hey, tonight things are going to look a little different. 8th grade's running the night, and I know that's a scary thought, but the fact of the matter is we have to let it happen once a year. So, hey, 8th grade's running the night, and to start things off, we thought, hey, why not let them share a little bit of what has happened the last 3 years here in the Mix.
My favorite mixed memory is definitely going to the camps because you get to have a lot of fun with everyone there, and most of these people are at school with you or you talk to just around because they live near you.
Jamaica, because it was fun helping out with all the kids and hanging out with everyone after the fact.
My favorite mixed memory is definitely the mixed parties because you can always count on having a good time and enjoying yourself with people you count on and are always around at the mix.
My favorite mixed memory is when I was baptized last year by my parents at worship night.
My favorite mixed memory is when I went on the Jamaica mission trip.
My favorite mixed memory is probably Chalktober because of the chocolate.
For your information, just go to all the weeks during October. You get a lot of chocolate.
Favorite small group memory was at fall camp where at the end of the Sunday service we got to go in and anoint each of our guys with oil and speak life and truth into them and just see their reaction and just see God move throughout that. That was probably my favorite memory.
My favorite moment definitely had to be stealing cookies and brownies in the lunchroom at the fall camp.
One of my favorite small group memories was when we used to gather on the field back behind the church and have some opportunity to play some games, usually frisbee or some kind of football, something like that. Just let boys be boys and hang out.
My favorite moment would have to be the Party Bear dance party.
My favorite mixed memory would probably be beating Drew in basketball.
My favorite small group memory is every year when we've gone to fall camp, just because it's a time to just grow deeper with my girls and spend time praying and laughing and having fun during cabin time. And a funny memory that I have is when Emily Dotson got stuck in a tree for a few hours during a ropes course, so that was really fun.
My favorite memory would have to be when we did the shoe cutting party. I just loved how all you girls came together and just really loved on these kids that don't have anything and brought all these supplies and made shoes and just were like awesome sports about it and made way more shoes than I thought we would. So that was just amazing just to see your servants' hearts and just how much you love each other.
My favorite memory is when we have worship night because we all get together.
Well, I always really enjoy worship night because it's like we're a big church family and it is really fun to just worship your heart out and enjoy God and His presence.
Probably going to fall camp.
I'd say some of my favorite times are when we've been at fall camp together and summer camp and when we've done our our sleepovers and the stuff where we really get to just hang out and be ourselves and dig deeper with each other because they're more relaxed and more comfortable in some of those environments and beautiful memories from a lot of those places.
My favorite mixed memory is probably the most recent is when our leader Jill, since they're adopting a child, we got to just have a time of prayer and really just pray and really just sink into the moment.
My favorite small group memory is the sleepover for Christmas.
My favorite mixed memory was being in small group.
The first one would be one night we had a good friend of Debbie, one of the leaders who had breast cancer, and we wrote her cards, all the girls, so she had probably about 30 cards. And then we all got together as a group and we put Debbie in the middle and we wore pink bandanas or pink ribbons, and each of the girls just began praying for this young woman who had breast cancer. And I'll never forget that. And Debbie just cried and we took pictures, and then Debbie got to bring it to her friend, all the cards, and tell her about the prayers, and literally it totally blessed her. So I was so proud of the girls that night. And probably my second favorite memory was when we took signs and just a piece of paper that we put on our backs, and the girls just began encouraging each other and just writing words of encouragement, whatever they wanted, on each of the girls' backs. And at the end of the night, with colorful markers, they each had a page to take home of cardstock with just life written everywhere. And I was just proud of them. And you could tell each of those girls just took them home with them. And I've heard from some of them that they still have them up in their rooms because they just meant a whole lot.
My advice to upcoming 6th and 7th graders is to connect with your leaders because they'll always be there for you. Something I want the 6th and 7th graders to know is you should always try and make friends with people that you don't know because they're going to be there for the other years in the mix and they're going to be at your school. And I think it'd be really cool because I've made a lot of friends here and I talk to them at school all the time.
My advice to upcoming 6th and 7th graders are that don't be afraid to get connected. No one's going to judge you.
6th and 7th graders should know is don't be afraid to talk to your youth leaders because they're always there to help you.
I think just like don't really be intimidated by the old like upperclassmen because we're really nice and we're really fun.
As 8th graders, you're rising into the high school ranks, and I would just encourage you to stand strong and find who you are and not to be swayed by others. It's a tough time and lots of people are looking for answers, and there are lots of people still trying to figure who they are, so don't be intimidated by that. Be yourself and rely on God through those times.
That there's nothing that they could ever do that could separate them from how God feels about them. And in the midst of all the stuff that goes on in their daily lives and all the drama and all the cliques and all that kind of stuff, there's never ever going to be a moment where you're alone because you're always with God, is always with you, and you're never walking any of this by yourself.
High school's not as scary as what I think it might be. It's a good time. Enjoy it, make friends, and remember who you are, and that God's always beside you.
Okay, probably the biggest thing that I would want the girls and the boys in 8th grade to know is just the overwhelming love of Christ. That it has nothing to do with them, nothing they do, nothing they could or did or didn't do, that the love of Christ, it has everything to do with God because God is love. You can't do anything in your life to have Him love you more, and you can't do anything in your life to have Him love you less. Because just God is love, and He loves you, He loves you, He loves you, He loves you. And I just pray that each one of them walk in that, and that defines them.
We just want our 8th graders to know how much we love you.
We love you.
Yay, we love you. And we just don't want anything to discourage you in high school or as you move forward, because really just what you need to do is let it go, let it go.